Modi government's meek surrender has exposed their tall claims of making India a Vishwaguru. Modi's 56-inch chest has shattered against the wall of the state of Qatar. Vishwaguru hasn't been able to get them released for over a year. Vishwaguru has been totally exposed by a tiny Arab country which has imprisoned 8 Indian Navy veterans. We are Vishwaguru only in name. Modi has boasted how much Islamic countries love him, and now our Indian Navy personnel are facing death row. How did our friendly relations with a once friendly nation go so bad and our diplomatic might so ineffective beyond sound bites? Either the Modi government's diplomatic clout is astonishing low, or it just doesn't care. Godi media will not discuss this because it dents Vishwaguru's image. What good is G20 presidency and Vishwaguru stuff if Indians can be targeted so easily while abroad? Prime Minister Modi was told that Qatar is his second home, no? Viewer, these were the kinds of brainless, brain-dead taunts emanating from India's famously fake liberal ecosystem, fully enjoying India's international discomfiture over the arrest and subsequent death sentence to 8 Indian Navy veterans on charges of spying while professionally employed in Qatar. Hundreds of tweets, scores of social media posts, multiple YouTube videos sneering and jeering at the Indian government for allegedly failing to secure the release of the Indian prisoners in Qatar. Well, after being sentenced to death a few months ago, all 8 men were released today, completely released, and most of them are already back in India. Their freedom secured in total with no sword hanging over their heads. But you won't hear the fake liberal ecosystem say anything at all today. They will be deafeningly silent, and it always makes me wonder how bloodless, how soulless, how totally devoid of honor their methodology really is. First off, the monumental stupidity and the idiocy of using a sensitive issue like international espionage allegations and a death sentence to boot to feed your frustration-drenched pet peeve against the Modi government. This ecosystem will argue that this is what is called speaking truth to power and holding the government accountable. Well, what does Godi media like me know, except that accountability is not the impulse that drives this carnival of silly, jeering folks about Vishwaguru. It is singularly to score a few shots at the Narendra Modi government and specifically Modi himself. Point number 2, viewer, is that if this ecosystem is happy to bash the Modi government for not securing so far the release of the Indian prisoners, by that measure, these same people should be applauding the government today, no? I'm not saying they should. I myself think it's a big win for India as a whole. But by making this all about Modi alone, you'll hear nothing but pin drop silence from this soulless Sena today. Even the eloquent Shashi Tharoor, who had rightly asked what the government was doing to secure the release, today credits very cleverly the silent behind-the-scenes teams. No mention of government or Modi. This is pettiness of an epic, almost embarrassing kind, and only establishes that this whole campaign of taunts over the last 1.5 years was not really as interested in the well-being and safety of the Indian prisoners as much as it was about how hopefully helpless it made the Modi government and Narendra Modi look. This fake liberal ecosystem has totally lost its way, and this is only the latest example, view. I don't know if you agree with me. It has totally lost the capacity to differentiate between genuine criticism of the government's actions and this adolescent sniping to somehow show up Modi.